Arsenal. Let's go with Arsenal.
No, we're gonna go to Arsenal last because
why?
we don't have an Arsenal fan here.
They're at the top of the table.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really want to talk about them. Let's go to Man City. Right. Same question I asked them. What's your overview of the season so far?
B. Actually, I'd say
not a grade.
I'd say
not a grade. Overview.
Overview.
How has the season been for you so far?
It's a regular Man City season. This is exactly what we do in the first half of the season. I'm not really surprised by anything, really. We started slow first couple of games, which, again, is expected. I hate the early kickoffs that we have because it seems like every time we have an early kickoff, we always struggle to, like, win or deal with the game. But nothing I haven't seen from Man City in these past, like, 5-6 years.
You think Man City, I don't want to say can compete with Arsenal, but you see some of the games that you're losing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make you think that Arsenal might actually have a chance?
The last game.
Like, you saw how Man City lost to Brentford. They've lost, what, 2 games?
Yeah, I think so, 2 games now.
And the other one was to who?
I
can't remember. It's fine. But Man City on a normal basis doesn't lose those games. This is the first time Brentford has ever beaten Man City.
You have to understand the circumstances. Like, they're playing that last game, and players.
No, I get
what's going to have in their minds. Okay, we're going to the World Cup, and probably like half of the squad is going to the World Cup.
No, they're 11. Literally,
yeah, but still,
starting 11.
Yeah, but still,
starting 11 apart from Holland.
Yeah, but still, like,
and on the bench, almost everybody on the bench is also.
And still, that's going to be playing in players' mind.
No, I get that, but it's not even just that. They also
Liverpool. It was Liverpool.
They lost Liverpool. And then there's been games, they have draws, right? How many draws does Man City have?
2 draws, 2 losses.
Right? Normally, you don't see that with Man City. It's either wins,
all
right? I understand the 2 losses, but the 2 draws was to who?
Newcastle.
I remember Bournemouth.
Newcastle. No, I think we beat Bournemouth.
No, we did not.
Really?
Tied Bournemouth.
Newcastle we drew 2-2. That was like the 4th game of the season.
Just go to matches.
Yeah, I know. You guys continue talking.
So, Man City on a normal basis, right? When you watch Man City, sometimes how they play and stuff like that. And for me, what I've seen in my eyes, Man City.
Oh, Villa. It was Villa.
That's stinky. Yeah, Gerrard's game. I remember.
Yeah, Villa and Newcastle.
That's stinky. Ugh. But anyways, Man City's not looking like the team that they normally are every year. To me, in my eyes, like.
I'm telling you, no.
Bro, it's not about Arsenal. It's about like how I'm expecting City, right, to play, and I'm expecting them to win certain games. Even they lost 2 games in the Champions League. Am I mistaken?
No, they did not.
I don't even think we've lost.
You lost.
Copenhagen. No, they didn't.
They lost in the Champions League. Check.
They tied, I think.
They lost and then tied. The game before the last one. Who was it against?
I'm checking right now.
The one that he rested a lot of people.
Oh, if he rested, then
they tied. I don't think they lost the game in the Champions League.
Let's see here. What group are we in? Group G. Let's see. Matches. We tied to Dortmund, Copenhagen.
They didn't lose.
We haven't lost a game.
It was 2 draws. All right, but even the 2 games that they drew in, right? They weren't. And one game they didn't rest. It wasn't a rest game. The other one was a rest. The one before the last one was a rest.
Copenhagen was a rest.
Yeah.
And Copenhagen, got a red card like the 6th minute, so we were basically doomed.
But Copenhagen got a red card.
No, we got a red card.
But it doesn't matter. City. See, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, City. It doesn't look like they've hit prime form yet. What City hits?
That's what I'm telling you. It's not.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the team.
I'm so serious.
No, I don't think it's wrong. Listen. For my eyes, they don't look.
It's a classic. It's a classic City season. Because right now is when, if it wasn't for the World Cup, they would hit their form every year around November.
After the World Cup?
No. I'm saying right.
They normally hit form like November right now towards that December.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that
they get the soft schedule. No, we're not going to talk about that.
Right now, no. What it is, no. Every year, no. It's shaky in the first half. Then they lose to a team that they shouldn't have lost to. This year, Brentford. Now, if it wasn't for the World Cup, no. The next game after Brentford would be the start of the Classic City 10 game without 10 straight wins in the Prem and winning the Champions League. That's why I mean, no. I'm sitting here.
Champions League final, though. So.
Whatever. But what I'm talking about, no. That's what I'm saying by. It's a regular season because what I realized is that at some point, no, Arsenal's going to drop points.
Of course,
it is so inevitable to the point that they're going to drop points. You know why? Because being the one being chased is a lot harder than doing the chasing. Because if you're being chased, you're always looking behind you. Right. Now every time Arsenal plays, if they play after City, what they're gonna be doing is right after the City game, check the scores.
Right.
If they're playing before City,
but they're gonna
go home. Last year we were like how many points ahead of Liverpool before the last?
Yeah,
but
Liverpool had games in hand. Listen,
we still have to play Arsenal twice, and I'm telling you right now, bro. If there's a team that I'm not worried about losing to, it's Arsenal. I've said it on this podcast so many times. This is why when we get to Arsenal, I'll tell you why.
Okay, what grade would you give Pep? Because I'm trying to move quickly, or we're gonna be talking too much.
I'd give him an A.
I'll give him an A too. What grade would you give Pep?
I don't know. Honestly, I think they've done really, really well. They've not really done. They've lost 2 games, right?
Yeah. They drew two in the Champions League. They haven't done as well as I expect from them. That's what I'm saying. So I'll give him a B.
I'll give
him an A because
I think their City is City. To be honest, I don't
who's
know.
been their best player this season?
Haaland.
KDB. KDB's been their best season.
Sure. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of games, but I think Haaland's taking a spotlight.
I think Haaland. I think Haaland is great.
Tapping,
but like
merchant.
The performances that I've seen from KDB this season,
KDB's been really
it's
good.
like.
And I'm not a KDB hater.
He's been here, and I didn't really think there was like another level he could like get to in terms of like the way he plays.
Level, really.
But no. When he doesn't play, the performance of the squad, it drops.
I don't see
Pep
that.
said he could get better though.
It drops. Huh? Who, KDB?
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, for me, no. I didn't think he could improve. I didn't think he could play better. But like. He's been playing better,
right?
And it's like little things. Like yesterday when we were playing against Brentford in the Cropano, it was one of his bad games. I think it was, in my opinion, probably his worst game of the season because there were a lot of chances that a lot of passes that he normally makes that he couldn't make. I think that just came with the way that Brentford plays and it was frustration. Yeah. This is why I also want to talk about the Brentford game a little bit because I hate the way teams like Brentford play because they get the first goal. And then tell it, everybody's back, 5 back, and everybody's back. And then at that point, all City are doing is just chasing the game. And it's just like not even like as a City fan, but as a fan of entertaining football, it's just boring to watch. Right. And like yesterday, if it wasn't for the fact that I was a City fan, I wouldn't have watched that game. Like, I only watched it to watch the performances.
I watched the first half because we were at practice, so we couldn't watch it. But I watched the first half on my way there, right? And Brentford, from the beginning, looked the more comfortable side, which was shocking to me when you're playing City. Like,
I think they played on the counter a little bit.
Yeah, but they weren't. No, bro, from the very first minute. Yeah. The City, right, one thing they're very good at is the first 5 minutes of the game, they'll try to take control. It took them 30 minutes, right, to get into the game. And start actually playing like how City plays, where everybody's up on the line. When the game started, City was bad. Bro, they weren't on the center line like they normally are.
I also feel like this season, Brentford is giving like the top teams like a little bit.
It's not. I will say this though, Kyle Walker's injury has hurt City more than like if you don't watch them on like regularly, you won't realize how much him being there makes everybody's job like so much easier. Because if he's there, Cancelo has free reign to do whatever he wants to do because even if they attack his side, there's enough time and there's enough players that he has time to get back. But without Kyle Walker being there, Cancelo has to be more of a balanced full. It's the same thing with Trent, right? Yeah. But people don't see the Cancelo thing because like I think Cancelo is a better defender than Trent is. But like it's the same thing where like when you're known to attack so much. And your system is built so that you can do what you do attacking wise without having to worry so much about defense. And then that one player, because Kyle Walker, what makes him so good is his speed. Like even though he's not as fast as he used to be, it's the fact that if they attack and he's on the right side and they shift over, there's enough time for Cancelo to get back. Or if they go down Kyle Walker's side, no one's really getting past him like that much. But his injury has just hindered, and we don't even have a backup right back.
But you have a backup left back, so it helps.
But even Sergio Gomez is not ready to play yet.
But he's looked all right. It's not like he's
good
looked
though.
bad. He's looked all
To
right.
me, when I watch him play, he looks good, but he's still like that red card against Copenhagen. It was him. He got the red card.
Cancelo got a red card too, though.
Yeah, no. But what Cancelo? What I really with Cancelo is he's the Gabriel of our defense.
Hold on. Who was playing right back when Cancelo got that red? Because
I guess
Cancelo was on the left.
I guess who? Liverpool.
No, Cancelo got the red last week.
Last week. Against who did we play last week? Fulham. Fulham. Yeah, it was Fulham last week.
Yeah, it didn't have
It
Mitrovic.
was Fulham. It was Fulham.
Yeah, he got the red. He was on the left. It doesn't matter.
No.
Anyways.
But what I'm saying is that like people, you don't realize how much Kyle Walker's injury has like hindered. Because I'll say this: Cancelo on the right is not as good as Cancelo on the left. When he plays on the left,
I think it's rather because you have Kyle Walker on the right. That's what helps.
I think that inverted role is mid really. His mid is on.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but I'm saying it's easier for him, right, to be able to go up like that when Kyle Walker is there. Because you see with Kyle Walker dropping into like the midfield and stuff like that. It helps him out. You get what I'm saying? But when Kyle Walker's not there and he's playing with lesser talent, it's more difficult for him because he has to do more. Now his ass is not covered. So he has to be very careful when he goes up. Because when Kyle Walker is there, what do we say about City? Kyle Walker will drop into that midfield and be ready to chase back. And then Cancelo's out in the wing. You get what I'm saying? But when Kyle Walker is not there, he's more cautious. He has to watch his back to make sure when they get hit on the counter that he's covering
That's
himself.
why your CDM does not cover.
oh, and bro,
Yeah, but
I've seen a lot of Rodri slander.
it's not Rodri slander.
On-
It's just that certain man is playing better
No.
than him. So we'll get to
playing better
that.
than him?
We'll get to that when we get to Arsenal. We'll get to that.
Who's playing better than Rodri?
We'll get to that. Move on. We'll get to that.
Who's playing better than Rodri?
Partey.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna start it
Get
here.
the
I tell you,
heck outta here.
Partey's playing better than Rodri.
Oh my. Look.
Let's.
Yo,
We'll get to Arsenal.
No, I wasn't talking about Arsenal.
let's move
But
on.
I've seen a lot of Rodri slander on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. And if you don't watch City's games, say you don't watch City's games. Because even yesterday, where we performed poorly, the reason why we were even like close to being able to get a goal to win the game was because of Rodri. Bro, every time we lost the ball, the only person in the right position at the right time? Rodri. Every single game I watch, people say, "Oh, his job is easy. He's surrounded by this and that, and this and that, this and that." If you watch 90 minutes of Rodri in City's system, and you will understand, while Calvin Phillips is good, and he'd start from many Premier League clubs, can't even sniff the field when Rodri is healthy. You will see why, because we can move on. I just wanted to give Rodri his flowers. He doesn't get his flowers.
Sorry.
He's not a flashy player. He tucks in his jersey as if it's 1966.
I don't care about that, bro. Stop telling me about that.
Let's
Well, let's move on, right? Mighty Arsenal. Up there, Ars, right?
I can start this.
Nah, you're just gonna slander
I'm
Arsenal.
not gonna
You've been
slander
slandering them for like weeks now. Let me
even slander
let me give them their flowers. Top of the league, 5 points ahead of everybody. Everybody on that team is performing well. Arteta's boys are doing well. What grade would you give Arteta?
I think he's done really, really well.
He's done great, bro. He's done great. He's built like
But then again,
it hurts me to
done
say
for
that.
what, 3 years?
4 years.
3 or 4 years, yeah.
He's been there a minute, but he's built the team into his
First
image,
time.
and everybody's healthy for the most part, and he's doing that. What grade would you give Arteta, bro?
And hey,
Arteta's done a great job. And it just hurts me to say it as a Chelsea fan
And
because
then
then my
you
Chelsea
can't really-
friends would be like, I'm dick riding Arsenal. But it's the truth. He's done well.
He's done well. The season hasn't ended.
But so far,
So
if
far,
we're talking
he's
about
done
so
well.
far, he's done
so
very
far
well.
this season. I think he's done well.
Who's been Arsenal's best player?
No, I actually don't know. I want to watch all the games.
when I watch their games, I love Gabby Jesus, so he's up there.
Can't be my man.
Saliba's up there.
Can't be my man. Jesus.
Saka. Every time I
Pick
watch them.
one.
But the games, when I watch their games, bro, is Martinelli's the one that catches my eye the most.
Oh my days.
But then again, no.
I like Martinelli.
Martinelli's the one that catches my eye when I watch most of the games. But, jeez, man, I can't pick because to me they're all around the same. I think they all have the same level. Even parts, I think they all have the same level of like. I don't think they have like a clear cut.
They do.
Well, who is it then?
William fucking Saliba, bro.
Okay, then you can see.
William Saliba for them, bro, has been the difference, bro.
Man, it's okay.
Yo, bro. Watching Arsenal, Saliba.
I think the hype is too.
Bro, he didn't even want him. That's a say. As it says.
No, it's not that he didn't want it. He wanted to go out and develop. Saliba is a Rolls Royce of a defender for Arsenal, bro. He helps cover a lot of Gabriel's mistakes. A lot of the games in which Arsenal have had a goal scored on them, it's because Gabriel made a mistake. Saliba's cleaned up a lot of them. He's forced Ben White to play out wide. The only reason why Gabriel plays is because he's left-footed. That's really the only reason why Gabriel Magalhaes plays. I think Saliba's been class, and it's hard to say. If I'm saying like one of the best defenders this season, he's up there. He's up there with them. He's played really well. For a kid that's 21, to step into a team and make it his own, bro. I just don't like your goatee, bro. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. That goatee's ugly, bro. Yo, have you seen it though?
I'm not even gonna.
Bro, he looks like when you picture a Frenchman, right? Mm-hmm. Like you know how
you look like a stereotypical French guy.
Bro, yes, the goatee and everything. But Saliba's been class. If not for Saliba, I would say Partey.
Is he going to the World Cup, Saliba?
Yeah, he is. And I'm sure he's probably going to start for France. Right now, he's probably their most informed defender. Center back wise, I would say so. Partey's been very good. Again, this is why I said we're going to get to the Partey versus Rodri debate. We've been having it on Twitter.
Not this video.
Huh?
Not this video.
No, we're just going to get 5 minutes into it.
Not this video.
Because for me, right? I'm sitting on the outskirts of this because because I feel like if I say what I want to say, I'm going to trigger him.
Say
right?
whatever you want to say.
But
say exactly what.
Let me go ahead. All right, Partey for Arsenal is a more valuable player for Arsenal than Rodri is. You know why? Because when Partey's not there, you see it. Partey's backup is Sambi Lokonga. He's not that guy. Your backup for Rodri's who Calvin Phillips, right?
It's not a CDM though.
Lokonga? He plays a 6 for them.
Yeah, but he's not a CDM.
So what is he?
He's like an 8.
Yeah, but he plays as a 6 for them.
They play a 4-2-3-1.
No.
4-2-3-1.
When they play a 4-3. No,
yeah.
they play 4-3-3 now.
Yeah.
Arsenal plays a 4-3-3. You can look it up. Arsenal plays a 4-3-3.
You can continue talking.
Arsenal plays a 4-3-3 with Xhaka as forward playing player. He doesn't sit with Partey. Partey sits.
Okay.
Xhaka plays up, and Odegaard plays up, right? And then you have the 3 players: Martinelli, Jesus, Saka. That's how they play. They play as a 4-3-3.
Please say Jesus. Don't say Jesus.
It's the same thing.
It's a 4-3-3, right?
Yeah.
They play a 4-3-3 now,
Okay.
and it helps, right? Xhaka's looked immense. Xhaka's looked really good. He's calm, composed compared to the player that a few seasons ago was cursing back at the Arsenal fans and stuff like that, right? And I like to see that. But the reason why I say that is Partey is so essential to how Arsenal plays. You see him making passes and cutting defenses in half, cleaning up messes and stuff like that. That's why I say that. And when they were on the same team, that is, 3 seasons back, right? Mm-hmm. Partey at ATM started over Rodri. That also plays into that.
4 seasons
Personally, relax. Personally, when I have to say it comes down to, can Partey play in City system? I don't think so. That is where Rodri gets the edge. Because Rodri could play in Arsenal system and make it work. But I can't see Partey in City system.
So how is Partey better?
When did you ever hear me say Partey is better?
So you said he's more valuable?
Yes.
Well then, I don't care. That's not Rodri. It's not Rodri's fault that City has a better backup than does.
But the thing you have to understand that right now, for the more important player and the better informed player is Partey.
Partey's not better than Rodri though. Even form wise, I don't think he's better than Rodri.
Do you think it's close at all?
Do I think that like their levels of play is close?
If anything, they're level. Rodri's not that much. If Rodri's higher, it's not by that much.
I say about like this.
No.
Rodri.
No.
No. I say.
So to you, probably Rodri's the best DM in the world, right?
Right now,
you would probably say that. Would you?
I haven't watched. What's it called?
I don't know.
I haven't watched Kimmich enough because he's the only other player that off the top of my head. So I don't know how good Kimmich is doing this season. But apart from that, yeah, Rodri's the best DM in the world.
That's what you think.
Who do you think is the best DM in the world?
I don't know. I'll probably have to look into it. I don't think it's Rodri.
Who do you think is the best DM in the world?
Smiro.
Of course you see. See, that's the thing. You guys are so biased.
No.
You guys are so biased, but it's fine.
Okay. We're not going to include Casemiro just because, in my opinion, he hasn't played enough this season for you to say he's the best DM in the world. Chouameni too is also a good shout.
He's been very good.
He's
this
been very
season
good for Madrid.
if you watch him, he's been very good.
Chouameni's a very good, it's a
I
good
like
shout.
him.
But
And he got drip.
do you think Partey's top 3 midfielders in the world, DMs in the world right now?
Yeah, on form, he is.
No.
On form, he is. On form, give Partey his respect, bro. And I don't like the brother.
In the world?
In the world?
How many DMs?
Because Rodri's top 3 DMs in the world.
Maybe not in the world. Rodri's not top 3 DMs in the world. He probably top 5. I'll give him that.
Rodri's top 3 DMs in the world.
I can't think.
I can't think right now.
Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head. But
he's up there though.
who's been? All right, let's move on to Liverpool and Chelsea and get it over with.
Now let's move on to Chelsea. Forget Liverpool. We don't even care about Liverpool. Let's move on to Chelsea.
What do you want to talk about Chelsea?
Because you got